This is the shore, and the waves keep crushing in.
Today with Hates Almighty, and I'm gonna talk to their super guitarist Jörg Tunsberg. He used to be also guitarist for Immortal, and he was arrested for burning down a church with work wickedness from Burzum. And anyway, they were both convicted and sat in jail for that. Hate Almighty was founded in 92 in Bergen, Norway, and their first record label was the Italian label Wounded Love, and they're now signed with Napalm.
This is my 5th time here at this festival.
Yes? Did you have better weather?
I had better and I had worse over the years.
And you are
The what? And now I am the guitar player in Mercies, but I used to be a drummer from early 92 to 2000 and something. Are you asking for my name or my position?
I'm sitting here backstage with
Erik Wallin, guitar, Merciless.
And Peter Stjärnvind, guitar player, now used to be a drummer in the same band.
Yes.
So, since how long is your band existing?
That is so long ago that, that's from the summer 1986, actually. It's crazy.
Yeah.
More than 30
Is that
years.
31 years ago?
So are you having now happy days these days? Or are
Yeah.
you urging?
I think it's more relaxed
Yes.
nowadays than it was ever before.
In the early days, it was more, everyone didn't know how to distance themselves from whatever discussion that come up in a band, Because it's prestige. You have to, when you're 18, you have a different angle. You want to do what you want. But nowadays it's more relaxed. We're more as a team, I would say.
Yeah. Works good.
You're making foremost thrash metal. Did you grow up? Were your first gigs in little punk venues and?
Yeah, you can say that. Small, really small venues, like a small club that somebody had the luck to rent, and often like
Non-alcohol, underage.
non-alcohol, and the entrance was €2. And
So, I'm sitting here backstage with the guitarist of.
Hate Almighty.
What's your name?
My name is Joe.
So, in the background there's just Inquisition on stage. As a guitarist, you get to do lots of composing.
Yeah, I'm making most of the songs for Hades.
And you're writing the lyrics too?
No, I'm not writing the lyrics. We have a new vocalist now, Oz. Is his name. He is the drummer of Comfort. And he is doing the lyrics for the new Hades album.
That's exciting. Did you cast him rather as a singer and performer, or did you go and get to research his poetry?
He asked us because he heard when Janto, our old bass player and vocalist, when he quit, he put it official on a website and Facebook stuff. He contacted us and said, "This is the moment I need to be in Hades." And we gave him a demo tape, some songs without vocals, and told her, well, you can give it a try. We have some other people interested as well, so we sent this demo to different people. And when when me and Remy, the drummer, was hearing the result, we were blown away. It's like, this is the guy. So there was no more question about who it should be, it was him. So he knew it before us, kind of. Pretty cool.
So are you interested in was it that you sit together and read lots of poetry and no, in general, do you...
You mean the lyrics?
Yes.
It's more like artistic freedom for us. He knows, he's been following Hades for many years. And we met the guy before because he's been in Comfort. We know the guys, and we met them occasionally. And also he's been a drum technician. And, so when he started to write the lyrics, when he got the demo tape with no lyrics, no hints, so whatsoever, nothing. You just got the instruments, kind of a pre-production, and he just made the lyrics there and then. So he created his own world in Hades now.
Okay.
And it fits so fucking much. We couldn't go outside it.
So that was the right moment in time.
Yeah.
So the Party Sound Festival, for example, the merchandising there's lots of images of Satan, and how did you see all those church burnings, and how did you got interest in black metal?
I got interested long before the church burnings. I heard black metal for me was first time when I heard Battery and Muslim Faith, Venom, and even Slayer, like in the 80s, 85 or 86 or something like that. Then I started to listen to. I got very interested to the mystic atmosphere, like it's something hidden here,
Yeah.
to check out what is this, and the music was so different from what I heard before. The music I was listening to before that was like Beatles and Prince and stuff like that, more ordinary pop rock, And then when I discovered, for instance, Merciful Fate, it just struck me, this is fucking awesome. And then you get lowered into a different world, kind of. You get into this world which is mystical, big atmospheres. You can feel it really in your heart, like you get a grin on your face, or you start to laugh because it's so fucking awesome, or you get your hair on your arm stands up, it's like, this is my heart. It was not black metal in general, it was more like metal in general.
And did you research sometimes then? Sorry.
About Satan, you mean?
Yeah, or into the occult.
Satanic message you think about, or?
Yeah, or is that the left way path and the witchcraft and execration, or was that for you always the human evil?
It's kind of the human history. It's a part of our history as human beings. But for me, after reading quite a lot of it about religion and mythical themes. I got it. In case there's a church nearby. In case there's a church nearby. I was more getting aware of the satanic message is like the message of human beings within. It's not about killing people or being brutal or extreme against people. It's about being honest to yourself, to your heart and your mind. That's more like history always angled Satan
To the church.
To churches, to religion. And Satanism really, for me, it's not about religion. It's about your inner self.
Would you think that it has?
Yeah, it's basically, to say very short, it's basically believing in yourself, and be aware of who you are and what you are. Not to tangle in religion and God and Jesus, and a lot of under gods and stuff like that. It's just like a metaphorical kind. Go ahead. And it's just about like symbolism, how to scare people. You know, like back in the days, like in medieval times and stuff, and even before that, if you asked like the high lords, the high priests, or your parents, or whoever, the big shots in the village, how is the earth? How is where are we living? Why is the sky red sometimes? And they didn't know the answer. Then they put in God and say, we have someone who created this earth. And when there's, like Vikings for instance, they said when the sky is red, there's going to be a lot of killings. Stuff like that. Just bullshit.
Yeah.
Just like doing it more exciting, like a history for the kids. And then those kids grew up and tell their kids. And further you go. In the end you have a book about it, about every step, how to believe in something. And science steps in and say, well, now we can see like the starting of the world. This is like reality. We are just, we are not more important than animals. We're not more important than animals. But we are controlling the animals. But we have no rights to do it. So they use religion to have an answer. So that's why development of, or evolvement of the religious started. Like, if you have good, you must have evil. Like an old saying, you haven't experienced evil before you experienced the good, and the other way around.
Yeah.
So for me, religion is only bullshit. It's like a story, like Donald Duck. It's fun to read, but you don't have to believe it. You can have like someone is trolling you. Like when you grow up and go to school and they talk about God and Jesus and something. You know, when you're a kid, it's like, wow, really? You did that to the Red Sea? It's fucking awesome. And then you start to believe it for some reason. But in the end, when you grow a little bit older, you know it's fucking bullshit. It can't be done as easy as that. Satanism is basically about believing in yourself. You don't care about other people. Let them think whatever they want to. It's not their life, it's your life.
And
That's a statement. That's a statement.
the evil of the current church still a catalyst for your energy, for to music, or are you?
I get very inspired about it. Give me a lot of inspiration about all from old stories, old myths, my own experiences about all that. You know, if you meet some Jehovah approaching you, and they start to talk to you, have you ever seen God? Have you ever thought about Jesus and stuff like that? That's something. Why do they approach me? What is their appointment kind of, you know, what's their deal? Why are they wasting their lives
Yeah.
doing stuff like that? Instead of embracing life, embracing, finding out what to do with their lives. And
Emancipate themselves.
Yeah. And, you know, you have like sects and groups all over the world who is living the whole life for Jesus, Satan, for Odin, for Buddha, for whoever, Muhammad, you know. And they are basically wasting their lives. It's just like, in my opinion, you should just give them a headshot, finish them off. If you compare us human beings to animals, they are really living their life. They are by instinct, by heart, you know? Not by their minds are not fucking them up before we come into the picture. We enter their picture, or their nature, or their families, or their house, or area, you know? Like a wolf, if you step into a wolf's area and you start shooting one of them, you are using them. Of course, you are getting them aggressive and stuff. If you leave them alone, they will have a best life ever, like we should do with other people, with human beings. So leave them alone, let them do whatever they want. Don't go and fuck them up and say, yeah, why don't you meet Jesus? Come to my church. A lot of bullshit. You can ask them anything and they will just answer, Jesus told us. What the fuck is that for an answer? That's not an answer. It's like telling a kid, you can't steal. Why? Or why did you steal? I wanted it. It's like kids are even more open-minded and smarter than Christian religious people. They have lived for a few years. They don't know yet. But old people, grown-up people, 45, 50, 60, 80, whatever, 30.
It's harder to change for them.
You can't change old people. It takes forever. It's a waste of time. Give them a head start. That's all. Sorry, I get annoyed even by talking. Not on you though, not on you.
No.
But I think it's sad to see all the human beings kind of only preparing themselves to die for no reason, but it's their choice. And if you don't believe in what they are saying, if you laugh of them or something, then you are the stupid one. And I think it's okay if they think I'm the stupid one, it's cool. It doesn't affect me at all. It's cool. Live whatever you want. Get out of my life.
So you see life a bit as a when you're having this faces watching news, and then you're getting disillusionated sometimes, and then life is just fluxes, and then you do your stuff.
Yeah. When I was more like a kid, like 15, 14, 15, I had a period of time when I was actually believing that when I was dreaming, then I was alive. So when I was awake, then I was dreaming. It was like turned around. And it felt much better. You get a lot of ideas, you know, dreaming, and remember that when you wake up, and music, you know, like when I make music, I see it like a music video, kind of like a movie. You see it visually, say it like that.
Yeah, while you're playing, or when you're sleeping, or when you're walking down the street, and then
All of it. All of it.
Can you give me can you give the listeners a video premiere
to make a music video, and I made the video is made but not put on tape yet. But I know the whole idea already. So when the new album is out, there will also be a video, like reflecting the song. I will not say the title yet because someone will steal it.
Does current politics keep you going and make you?
Current politics, what?
Do they keep you angry?
No, not angry.
Or not angry, but are you interested in the current politics?
Well, I am. Yeah, it affects my life, or how I am supposed to live. Like, for instance, you need to have a job, to have some place to sleep, live, and eat. You need food, you know. Apart from that, it's not so. Huh?
Did you ever play Sweden rock?
Not yet. Hopefully soon. Hopefully next week.
Are you happy since you're making evil music? Has the music business been evil to you?
Oh, many times. Many times. But that's only, I call it experience.
That's so crazy because I keep talking musicians telling me this, and I was like, it's almost like a scare off for young musicians.
Yeah. Just like a test, you know. This kind of, you know what you want. You have a goal. You love making music. You love performing it. You love meeting people like you, fans. And I'm a fan myself of musicians, you know. Luckily, if I weren't, then I would be like an asshole, you know. And when you make music, you're always inspired of something, and you always get inspired also by the music business itself, because you have your struggles. For instance, record companies, or booking agency, or whatever, you know. Some people are trying to stop you anytime. Not all the time, but sometimes.
Which makes you develop.
Yeah. Then you find out, well, there's also always an option. I can, let's say, want to play on a festival, and they say, no, you can't play because blah, blah, blah. Okay, you can play on another festival. Or a record label say, well, we only want to print like 20,000 albums. Well, why don't we go for it and make a tour? Or I have already a plan. We don't like the plan. We have a better plan. We are professionals. Well, I don't fucking care. Either you do it, or we go otherwise. Do it somewhere else. It's only like a challenge. It's not like you understand why they do it. It's about money and stuff and time, and they give priorities to other bigger bands and stuff like that. That's okay. It's not very important for me to be like the biggest logo or the biggest band or the headliner, as long as I can be able to perform it.
No, so you don't want to.
If you get the most money or the less money.
No.
Also.
So you're not on a whoa. I want to top the U.S. American pop charts.
It doesn't matter. Would be cool because then you meet more people who can play more professional, like Partisan, like today. It was really awesome. Everything was professional, really nice people, and they were being there, following you up. You know, how is the guitar sound? How do you want it? They just say yes, and they did it. Everything is perfect. That is cool. But if you come like the big headline or whatever, and you don't get it as you want, then the result will be worse, you know, not so good. So it doesn't really matter. But of course, it's better to play. It's really cool to play on big stages instead of small. Sometimes it's better to play on small stages as well. It's more intimate. Like 300 people and they all are there instead of 10,000 people just standing like, hey, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, but what's this with bigger venues? Because I grew up in punk rock clubs. Everybody's any age, they're going like, whoa.
Yeah, going
And
crazy.
then you go to this.
And you get inspired by that. If they are really into it, you get even more into it. You know, you're like going to ecstasy level. Can't be better than that. But you always, even if you play like big festivals like this, you always find some people who are really into it, you know. And that gives you like the drive, you know. I like it.
Who did produce your last record?
Huh?
Who did produce your last record?
Tarja Rafsnes from Sound Suite Productions. He did our the Pulsar Decay album many years ago, and he was living in Norway by then. And now he is living in Marseille in France. So we recorded it in Norway, but we produced some additional vocals and guitars and effects and mixed it and mastered it in Marseille. This guy is like the ultimate. Took us many years to find it, but we found it.
Did he help you to develop? Like, did he say, "Oh, you use that and use this"?
Yeah, but he's thinking the way we are, so he knows exactly. When we are arguing with him, for instance, about the bass sound or guitar sound or whatever, then you know he knows what you're after. So he's like forming you into the Hades world, the Hades production. Because on every Hades album you can hear this is Hades. You will never mistake it for being another band. It's always Hades. You can hear it, put it on, after 10 seconds, this is Hades. No question about it. It's not like 99 other bands. It could be like, I'm not going to mention any other names, but it's not like ordinary club. It's very, in my opinion, it's very personal style to the music because of what inspired us over the years. And remember, me and the drummer have been doing this for 25 years, so we know exactly what we're after. So if I'm making a guitar riff and I can see his reaction, it's like, yeah, we could try. Okay, it's not good. So then instead of having the argument for 2 weeks, we just put it aside and we go on. Instead of, like, often with new people, you have to explain how this should be and how you want it, and you have like the other person have his or her opinions about how it should be, right? Then you have to find like a middle way. We are not working like that. It's no middle way. It's either yes or no. This is cool, or it can be cool. Then we have to try different styles or different things. But if it doesn't work, it didn't work. Even if it's my guitar, or it's drumming or vocals, flask or whatever.
Did you get into production as well? You and the drummer at one point. Okay.
Nothing is approved before we say it's good enough. This is it. We stop.
And as a metal musician.
Not really.
No.
They have no more hair dyeing to do, talking about love and teenagers and stuff like that. Well, maybe they're trying to reach more people. Maybe they're really into metal. I don't know. I don't listen to them. I never. That kind of music isn't music for me.
Why not?
I don't know. It doesn't give me anything. You know, Rihanna is a good voice, but because of all the productions that makes it. So Honestly, I have to say I haven't heard much of it. Like when I have heard it, it's like, it's not for me, so put it away. But I don't have so much knowledge about those two artists.
Do you like 80s music? From like the Stranglers or something?
In the 80s, I was listening a lot to Prince, as I told you previously. A little to Beatles. I like some Elvis. That's not like the 80s, but the Purple from the 80s is really cool. Like Wasp from the 80s, Motley Crue, even Skid Row, rap. But that's more like heavy rock, you know, like jam rock stuff, you know.
Did you learn all the guitars?
From the 80s?
Yeah.
No, I learned it by myself and listening to albums, songs I liked. I never went to any guitar school or had a guitar teacher. I tried once to ask my parents if I could have guitar lessons. They said it was too expensive, so I couldn't get it. But I got a guitar, so I could sit in my room and they put on their headphones, and I could sit down and making noise.
Are you researching into bands from death metal scenes from Africa or India?
No, but we are going to play in India in January, so maybe I have to do some research.
I think there's really nice black metal out there.
Yeah, okay.
There with chanting and stuff.
Ah, cool.
What was the main theme for the last album?
The new album?
Yes.
That's not settled yet. We are working on it. Like the music is ready, the lyrics and the vocal parts are we working on as we speak. But we have to stop that because you're going to play live. So when we come back home, we're going to continue that work.
So do you leave your singer then total freedom?
Kind of, basically, but we all go through it afterwards and we have like a conversation about it time to time and we talk about it and discuss it. So.
Do you write on a just emotional basis?
Yeah.
Or you're not inspired like I don't know what to write about. I watch now some World War I or some World War II.
I don't plan it. I never plan what to write. It just comes. Maybe you see something, or hear something, or experience something, or smell something, whatever, or taste something, and then you got a guitar riff. I don't know why. I don't know how. Just like, and then we start to discuss stuff. Like if I have an idea or something, and I start to discuss it with the vocalist or the drummer, and then one thing takes the other, and we fight a lot about it. What the fuck is wrong? This is not what I was meaning or meant or whatever. Then someday we have, wow, this is awesome. So we never stop before it's awesome. Then it's no point.
Are you into fine art? Do you mind what's on your record? Yeah.
It's all like a red thread through it all.
Yeah.
The cover symbolize the music and the other way around.
So it's always been the same artist?
No.
The artists that do you listen to, or what was first that are into that theme, they're all just
It's all
painting
like
skulls and...
yeah, it's all like a package, you know, when you buy an album. That's why I enjoy vinyl. Because then you get a package, order an album or buy an album, and you see the cover and the name and the title, and then your mind starts to boil, you know. And then you put it on and you read the lyrics, see pictures or whatever, the artwork, and everything's boiled together. It's like, you're like diving into another world, of other people's minds, you know, or their hearts.
But are you walking into total different art, like fine arts like Dali sometimes or something?
It doesn't matter, it just comes naturally. Whatever you feel like. If you're sitting home, like maybe on a computer or like